Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, now baby, you get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy.
Hello and welcome inside Leominster TV Studio A. This is 20 games for 20 years. I'm Todd Robbins. The 2018 season represents the 20th year of Leominster High School athletics being broadcast consistently to a television audience, initially through Cablevision Channel 36, which was transmitted from the Media Center at Leominster High, beginning with the football season in 1999. Channel 36 would eventually join Channel 29 and a host of other numerals in what has since 2001 been known as Leominster Access Television, or today's Leominster TV. Much like I myself have aged since first taking the play-by-play mic as a 14-year-old freshman in 1999, so too has the personnel, technology, and even the branding of our broadcast coverage. From LHS TV 36 to BDSN, the Blue Devil Sports Network, or Blue Devil Sports Night, to LATV's Action Sports, to LHS Football on Leominster TV. No matter what we've called it, our mission has been the same. Serve our community by bringing top quality coverage of Leominster High School athletics into viewers' homes, especially those populations that so desperately want to take part and for one reason or another cannot make it to the game. Perhaps it's to celebrate with the players, parents, coaches, fans, and boosters of the blue and white, so they can relive it all throughout their careers and now for so many in the years that have followed, as their kids, grandkids, and great-grandchildren become part of the tapestry that is this community's historic athletic tradition. They can use this coverage to weave their and our shared history together. Over the next 20 episodes, we will celebrate our 20 seasons of television coverage by breathing new life into the games that live in our archives, beginning as it did 20 years ago with LHS football. As through the magic of digital technology, we bring you 20 games for 20 years. It is in that spirit that we bring you this game from Doyle Field in the year 2000. Labeled with the brand of BDSN, shot direct to mini digital videotape by director and videographer Rich Levy. Transferred to VHS tape for broadcast and preserved in our archive for the last 18 years. Remastered by our archivist Jack Selly, we bring you this game with my original play-by-play call. Pre-game and halftime analysis provided by Chang Gang captain and LHS poet Bob Cross. 20 games for 20 years presents a Week 4 matchup from 2000, the Blue Devils versus Whitman Hanson High School.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Doyle Field and BDSN's Friday Night Football. I'm Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue Devils. Tonight, the Blue Devils host the Whitman Hanson Panthers. Game time has been delayed 15 minutes because of the long bus trip. Devils come into the game 3-0. They are ranked 5th in Central Mass by the Worcester Telegram and Gazette. The Whitman Hanson Panthers have been ranked 8th in the state by Channel 5 and WCVB. Tonight is going to be a great matchup. Whitman Hanson averages 43 points a game. They have basically crushed and wiped out every opponent that they have faced this year. We're going to look for an interesting matchup, though. The Devils do have quite a bit to put against them. It's going to be a great one. Comeback, kickoff. Here on BDSN's Friday Night Football when we come back.
Friday Night Football. Let's go down to head referee Tom McCarthy and the coin toss. I believe the Devils won the toss and deferred.
Blue takes the ball, white kicks and defends this goal. Shake him up, fellas, let's have fun.
Okay, here we go. We are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty with Tom McCarthy's mic. We'll hope to correct that as the night goes on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, game 4 of the season, BDSN's Friday Night Football. Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue Devils, with you here from Doyle Field, where tonight the Blue Devils, of course, host the Whitman Hanson Panthers, as I mentioned to you in the intro. The Panthers are 2-0. The Devils being 3-0. Panthers ranked 8th in the state. We're going to go to tonight's national anthem and come right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get underway in just one moment. As I was saying, WCVB, Channel 5 of Boston, ranked Whitman Hanson number 8 in the state in the preseason. We're looking at what will be a very, very, very hard-fought match. It's going to be very interesting to watch. Hopefully you're tuning in here on BDSN's Friday Night Football, being carried tonight on the official carrier of BDSN LPS 36 here in the beautiful city of Leominster. Devils ranked 5 in the Telegram and Gazette top 10. What was really a surprise, Devils being 3-0 and really have only, they're averaging, I believe it's 2.3 points allowed in a game. Yeah, that's correct. Devils defense has averaged 2.3 points allowed. And they've only been ranked 5th in the TNG top 10. Number 1 right now is Fitchburg. No surprise there, as Fitchburg has had a great season. But we're going to see what goes on here. It should be interesting, assuming the Devils go through and win tonight's game, to see where they rank up, going to 4-0. And right now, I just got an update. Fitchburg is losing to St. John 7-0 over at Crocker Field. We'll be getting our updates from WEIM periodically through Dick Tucker. Should be an interesting night all around in the MIAA. Back for the Devils, Eric Sanchez, Joe Henry, and that's Jose Navarro. The return will be taken by Eddie Sanchez. Sanchez will head toward the middle and will be wrapped up. He'll come up short of the Devil 35, and they'll start right around their own 34-yard line. As usual, Jim Malone will get the first snap of the game, as Malone and Henry do alternate at quarterback. The Devils are going to carry through with that. Right now it is working. And so far, the Devils coaches have been content with what has worked. Again, we'll see this probably through most of the season unless one of the two quarterbacks really falls off. Otherwise, both of them have been playing at their peak performance, and it's worked very well. Ball near hash, Malone under center, snapping a hand to Alex Elgarin. Elgarin will hit the pack and will be dropped. No gain on the play. If anything, they may give him a short one. And no, there'll be no gain on the play. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. Here comes Joe Henry in with the play. Ball on the Devil 34 still. Split backs behind Henry, receivers to the near side. Snap, Henry's back to pass, looking actually to the far side. Downfield, it's Navarro, and it's picked off. Number 22 is Ryan Armstrong with the interception for Whitman Hansen. That's a nice catch. Navarro got a piece of his face mask there, no flags down. So, Whitman Hansen quarterback Steve Foster will come up for his first drive. Let's get a correction there. That's 15. Tom Pimentel. Snap and handoff. Head straight up the middle. Man was hit kind of fast. It'll be a gain of about 2. Tony Generous gets what we're going to assume may be a generous call, as I couldn't see the number that came out from the bottom of the pack. Official score, Tony Generous. 2-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 8. Pimentel, snap, throws near side, complete to 22, which is Armstrong, and he's hit short of the line, loss of a yard. Malone in there defensively for the Blue Devils. Alrighty. Ball in the near hash. It's a 3rd down and 11 from the 37-yard line. Panthers have their 3rd play from scrimmage. Snap, Pimentel back to pass, looking downfield, throw over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Joe Henry had the best shot at the ball, almost picked it off, actually went in and out. It's great position. If that's open all day, it's a great move. And that'll force 4th down. 4th down and 11 for the Panthers with 8:39 to go in the first quarter. They'll kick from their own 37-yard line. Joe Henry is the far man, and Jim Malone will be the up man for the Blue Devils on the return squad. And the kick is away, not by much. Booth with the big shot there. Here's Henry to take the return, going to the far sideline. I think we've seen this before. And he'll break one tackle, and he'll break a couple more over midfield, and he'll be dragged out of bounds just short of the Whitman Hansen 45, probably about the 46-yard line. Another nice return by Joe Henry. He has the definite knack for picking up the blocks and heading out on the far side. Another great move. Devils start their 2nd possession. 1st down and 10, marked at the Whitman Hansen 49. Correction. Make it their own 49. Stepped out a little bit earlier than we thought. Malone will have this snap. We're having a little bit of a problem here. Apparently they've got the wrong ball out there. As in the MIA, each team supplies their own balls, as in any football game, and they are very particular about which ball they use. All right, here we go. Devils start first and 10, their own 49. Malone under center, the snap in the hand to Algarin. He'll drive it straight up the middle. He should get 4 on the play. Down around the 45. Okay. Going to have a second down and 5. They're going to give him 5 yards on the play. At the Whitman 46, receiver coming to the near side is Dane Williams. Keith LeQueer out on the far side. Here's Henry under center. Hard count. Snap. Handoff to Sanchez. Sanchez will be hit at the line. And he will punch the pack forward. And he's got it. They're calling that a first down. That's a great defense. That's a great offensive play there by Eddie Sanchez. He gets hit at the line and is still able to move and push the pack forward enough to get the first down. That's a great, great play. 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. First down and 10, Blue Devils. Whitman Hansen, 40-yard line. I form behind Malone, 2 receivers to the near side. Blake Curry and there was Dane Williams going downfield. Didn't get the number of the handoff. Flags down will go to Tom McCarthy.
In on the play.
Holding against the Blue Devils.
Captain.
It's going to be hold against the Blue Devils. And it will be, I believe, 5 yards if they choose to accept.
Holding on the offense. Repeat first down.
There we go. Holding on the offense, and they will repeat first down with the 5-yard loss. So it'll go back to the Whitman Hansen 45, and it'll be first and 15 for the Blue Devils. Here comes Joe Henry in with the play. Dane Williams will line up on the near side. Going far is Keith LeQueer. Split backs behind Henry. He'll snap, fake the handoff, and then hand to Eddie Sanchez. Sanchez breaks free, and he will push it past the original line. Actually, I believe he's past that original line. So it looks like it will be a second down and 7. And that's what we got, second down and about 7. All right. Malone comes in now. The Devils using a different set of formations here this week. Although here comes that all too familiar I form. Blake Curry and Dane Williams will come to the line as receivers. Here's Malone. The snap, he'll fake the handoff. Option, spin, he's wrapped. Ball is fumbled. Eddie Sanchez will jump onto it. That was I believe the fullback or halfback option. Malone chooses to pitch when he was going to get wrapped up as opposed to, I would think he should have eaten the ball. Coming past the line. Very chancy move there. Does not cost the Devils too bad. Actually gets a bit of a gain. Third down and 4. And it just passed the 6-minute mark now as Henry comes in with the play. Ball in the near hash. Going to get the I form with Algarin and Sanchez. Dane Williams going to the far side, and Keith LeQueer will come to the near. Here's Henry. Hard count, gets the jump from the Panthers. They'll get back on side. Still going. Snap and hand to Algarin. Algarin, running room, stumbled at the line. Will be close to this first down. And the spot actually brings them back. Again, it's where the knee touches. It is going to be 4th down. 4th down and inches here for the Blue Devils. Be interested to see what they do. Not really in a puntable situation and or in Garrett Donatelli's field goal range. So the Blue Devils really have one choice, and that's go for it. Here comes Malone in with the play. Ball is being spotted on the 30-yard line of the Panthers. I form again. Malone, snap. He'll push that pack forward. And the tackle will give him an extra push. He should have this. It'll be a spot deal. They're marking first down. First down, Blue Devils. And here we go. So the Devils pushing the ball here after a early problem, you could say, on the first drive. Little miscue with Malone and Sanchez. Probably just a bad decision in the long run. Ain't going to cost the Blue Devils. They'll press forward. New set of downs. New life here as we move the ball up the field. 28-yard line's where the ball is spotted. Man goes in motion as Williams going to the far side. Snap in the hand. Garen actually will fake it. This is Henry to tuck and run. He's got some running room up the far sideline. Got a block. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And there are no flags down on the play. The Devils will take the lead 6-0 with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Great play. That was the option move. Henry faking the first handoff to Garen. The Panthers went with it. And off to the far side, Henry goes. And when he breaks free, there's no catching him. Donatelli will come on for the point after. Jim Malone will do the holding. Snap, low snap, ball down, kick up, and good. 7-0, the Blue Devils lead over the Whitman-Hanson Panthers here on BDSN's Friday Night Football. I'm Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue Devils. On the board is Rich the Eyes Levy. We're picking up our main cam is being picked up by Whitman-Hanson. We'll get the rest of the thank yous in the second half. Let's get a station identification while we have a pause here. You are watching BDSN, the Blue Devils Sports Network on Leominster Public Schools Television, LPS 36, the flagship station of BDSN. Now back to the game. Jose Navarro will tee it up here for the Blue Devils as he'll do the kicking. Yeah. Sorry, correction, that's Alex Maldonado. I read the wrong number there. Whitman-Hanson, I was told, traveled 2 hours to get down here for tonight's game. That's a long haul. Here's the kick away, end over end. It's a beauty going to the far side. 23 will pick it up. 23 is Jim Rijo. Rijo's open at midfield. He's breaking away. Tackle, nice play. Blue Devils finally catch up to him. Rijo with a nice run straight up the field. Got some great blocks. Great penetration. Tackle will credit number 15 for the Blue Devils. As you can figure, he hasn't made the active roster yet. Probably one of those 13 new numbers issued in the last couple of weeks. Nonetheless, it'll be first down and 10. Whitman-Hanson at the Blue Devil 34-yard line. Here comes Tom Pimentel for his second series. Under center, split backs behind him. Snap, and he's mugged. Fumble! And the Blue Devils are going to shut at the ball. They're marking, or they're saying they've got it. Let's see. And it's Blue Devil football. They've got the ball. Nice play. I didn't get the number of the man. He moved so fast and hit the quarterback. I missed his number completely. Nonetheless, he blindsided Pimentel, who fumbled the ball, and the Devils come out on top of it. We're going to get a timeout. Whitman-Hanson. All right, we're going to take a quick break on BDSN's Friday Night Football. The Devils have got the football back, and we'll come back for their third drive in just one moment. This is the voice of the Blue Devils coming back from commercial, talking to the other people in the box. So we're going to credit Jack Reed with the cause of the fumble, and the Devils recover. Here we go, third possession. Malone under center, I form, receivers to the near and far side. Here's Malone with the snap and a handoff. Kevin LeQuire is mugged at the line. Loss of about a yard on the play. LeQuire really didn't have a chance there. Heading up the middle, didn't really get any good blocks out in front of him. Marking it a loss of 2. Second down and 12. Ball on the Devil 41-yard line. You could say the momentum has definitely swung in the Devils' favor. We'll see if they can capitalize on a key mistake made by the Panthers. Henry sends the line down. Receiver to the near side is Keith LeQuire. Kevin lined up in the backfield. Lays the handoff to Garen. And Garen is also mugged. He may have gotten this ball back to the original line, though. Suddenly the blocks aren't getting out in front of Devil running backs. And that could be a problem as we go along here. Can't get a good block, you're really not going to get the best of a running game. All right, lining up on the near side is Jose Navarro. Out on the far side is Blake Curry. I form behind Malone. The snap. Takes the handoff. He's going to the far side looking downfield. He decides to tuck and run. He's got the first down, and he's still in bounds. Now ruled out, but it's nonetheless a first down. Blue Devils. Well, they haven't marked it as a first down yet. They're going to take a look at it. There it is. First down, Blue Devils. Small delay there. Referees didn't want to move the chains right away. 2:33 to go first quarter. Devils have got a first down and 10 at the Whitman Hanson 49. They lead 7-0 over the Panthers. Ball on the far hash. I form now with Elgarin and Sanchez. Receivers are lined up to the near side as Navarro and Keith Lequeer. Here's the snap by Henry. He'll hand off to Elgarin. Elgarin will hit the pack and be pushed back by about 5 guys. He should have regained the line. And yes, he did. It'll make it a second down and 10. Split backs behind Malone. Curry and Navarro to the near side. Malone fakes the handoff, and then we'll hand to Sanchez. Sanchez will break free. One guy to beat, and he'll wrap him up and take him out of bounds. That's a definite first down for the Blue Devils. Man was knocked out of bounds, so we got a minute and a half, minute 31, excuse me. Ball on the, and right around the 34-yard line of the Panthers. I'm talking to the Blue Devils players and coaches. This is the type of game they've wanted so far. So right now they're playing their game plan, high-paced, quick action, in and out. Big plays are the cause. And then short chip away drives. Hard count, snap. There's the jet pitch. Out to Sanchez. Sanchez will be wrapped up and smashed down by about everyone in Panther territory. They have Tony Terrace, the defensive stop for the Panthers out of that group. At a minute and 5. Second down and 8. We're now under a minute in the first quarter. Ball on the 34. Malone, snap, fakes the handoff, coming near side. Curry downfield, tuck and run. Malone's going to go for the first down. He's got it and he's dragged out of bounds. Referee wiped out on the play. Now that's the in-your-face action you get on BDSN. First down, Blue Devils. 43 seconds to go now in the first quarter. Apparently we didn't get that the way we wanted it. First and 10 Blue Devils at the Panthers 16. 7-0. Blue Devils over the Panthers. Coming to the end here of the first quarter. Ball on the near hash. Henry under center. I form behind him. Receivers to the far and near sides. Here's Henry back to pass. Quick snap over the middle. Complete to Sean Booth. Touchdown. Blue Devils. How many times have we called that out this year? The pass from Henry to Sean Booth. Magnetic attraction there. Ball goes up. Booth will suck it in there, and a touchdown for the Blue Devils. 13-0. The Blue Devils lead over Whitman Hanson with 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Garrett Donatelli on to attempt the extra point. It's a nice play. Devils cleared out the center of the field, leaving Booth all alone coming off the tight end spot. Snap back to pass. Quick throw. Nice play. Ball down. Kick up and good. 14-0. Blue Devils lead over Whitman Hanson. As I was saying earlier, this is the type of the game the Devils want. The crowd is into it. It's high-paced and fast-moving. They've got the game they want. At the half, we will take a timeout and come right back. Let's get our copyright information during this pause. This copyrighted telecast is by the Blue Devil Sports Network and is authorized by the MIAA and Leominster Public Schools Access and the Leominster High School Athletic Department. The accounts and descriptions of this telecast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of BDSN and the MIAA. All rights are reserved. Back out to the game. 14-0, the Blue Devils lead. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. And here we go. Alex Maldonado steps up, kick, end of end. Now coming to the near side. 30 on the return. Here will be Ryan Griffin. Griffin looking for a hole. He's got it and will finally be knocked down. 23 will be Jim Loisel coming up with the tackle there for the Blue Devils. All right, here we go. Whitman Hanson will come out now for their third possession of the first half. All right, here we go. Pimentel will go under center. Moran jumped, got back on side. Nice play. Snap, Pimentel, handoff, going to the dead center of the field. He will break away. Henry's going to have to run fast if he's going to catch him near side. Henry will dive, trip him up, stays on his feet. Touchdown, Panthers. The run taken by 33, Steve Capanelli for the touchdown. They'll come back. It's 14-6. Blue Devils over Whitman Hanson. It's a nice run. Pimentel will hold for 33. Steve Capanelli. He'll get all 7 here if he can put it in. Snap, ball down, kick up, and flag thrown late. The extra point is good. We got a flag coming in. We'll hear from Tom McCarthy. It is against Leominster. Let's go to him now.
On the kickoff, okay? Running into the kicker. 5-yard penalty. Refused. The point is good.
All right. So we have running into the kicker against the Blue Devils. It's a 5-yard penalty. It is declined. And it's 14-7. The extra point is good. And now we're at one of those points where we just can't seem to find the shot that's going to work. I feel like I'm working on the Blair Witch Project tonight. Nonetheless, though, let's not mistake it. You are watching BDSN's Friday Night Football. 16 seconds to go in what has been a high-paced first quarter of play here at Doyle Field on a beautiful but brisk night. It's about, I would say 35, maybe 40 degrees out there. Tonight was free ice cream night for the first 300 fans who came into the building. Probably not the smartest move ever made, but it worked nonetheless. Packed sideline fans, probably many more than 300. Whoa, kickoff line comes to a set now. That's something you don't see every day. Joey Henry seems like he'll take it here. Henry going to the far side. He'll split 2 backs, actually. The far side will catch up with him. They'll be taken down and around the 42-yard line of the Blue Devils. They'll pick up for their 4th possession of the game from there. Now 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Although I suppose we should remember the board is unofficial. We go, Malone will come to the line, I form. Snap and the handoff to Sanchez. Sanchez will go low, and he should be about halfway home, possibly a 6-yard gain. They'll make it 5. So a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd down and 5. We're at the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, the score, the Blue Devils 14, Whitman Hanson 7. We're going to take a timeout here at the end of the first quarter, and we'll be right back on the Blue Devils Sports Network. Quarter, teams change ends. Devils have got the ball. Henry under center with the I form. Snap, he's wrapped right after he takes the ball from Reed, and he'll be knocked back to the original line. It'll be a 3rd down and about 10. Offensive protection breaks down. Whitman Hanson allowed right in the door. Didn't quite end up all the way back at the original line, making a 3rd down and 8. Devils have got to set up some form of protection there, and or never go back to that play again. Dane Williams will go to the far side. Blake Curry comes to the near side as receiver. Split backs by Malone. Malone back to pass. Set. Throws over the middle. Complete to Blake Curry for the 1st down. Nice catch on the move again. And that's a 1st down for the Blue Devils. That's Curry's 2nd reception of the 2. That was probably his better one. On the move. Catches it in stride and hit as he moves. Nice catch by Blake Curry. All right, Devils come to the line. Henry goes under center. Hard count. Hanson jumps back on sides. Fakes the handoff. Pitch out to Sanchez. Sanchez catches it. Is knocked down. Loose ball. I believe the Devils do still have it. Yeah, it's marked 2nd down. Big loss, though, on the play. It should be at least 5. And that's what it looks like it is. So make it a 2nd down and now 15 for the Blue Devils. Score from Fitchburg, St. John's 10, Fitchburg 6. And that's courtesy of WAAM through Dick Tucker. Malone with the snap and the hand to Sanchez. Sanchez should punch it back. Yes, he is. Actually, may have gained the line in about 2. So it'll be a 3rd down, yes, and about 9. Just passing the 8:45 mark of the 2nd quarter. Devils have once again been controlling the clock, something they did very well at St. Peter Marion. You saw that turned into a complete shutdown as the defense of St. Peter Marion just couldn't keep up, being constantly on the field. Hasn't been quite that way, but the Devils have been controlling the clock. Here's the rollout pass. Henry throws on the run over the middle. Tipped incomplete. Intended for Sean Booth. That was thrown actually very well on, thrown under Booth in the flat. So make it underthrown. Right now, a little trouble with the English language. We'll catch up here as we go. Here we go, 4th down and 9. Blue Devils will be forced to punt. Sanchez back for the Blue Devils. Snap, low snap. He'll get it up, and the kick is away. Nice spiraling kick coming to the near side. Will skip inside the 10 and now carry into the end zone. And it'll be down for a touchback. And Whitman Hanson will have their 4th possession start at their own 20-yard line. Of course, preceding this broadcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you saw LHS Out of the Blue, the weekly news magazine show shot at the LPS 36 studios here in the city of Leominster. Football players Sess Nomishon and Keith LeQueer anchor the desk. Of course, you've seen me on the sports desk. Very interesting show. Hope you enjoyed that. You'll see it all week long. Preceding BDSN's Friday Night Football is Pimentel snap and a hand over the middle. Tony Generous, the ball carrier. About halfway home, 2nd down and 5. 7:45 to go. Experiencing a small technical difficulty there. We're back. They will come close to the first down. We'll make it 3rd down and about 9. $7:15 to go. It's going to be a 3rd and inches. Pimentel will come in for the Panthers. Here's Pimentel under center. Snap, he'll punch it forward on his own, and he should have the first down easy. Yes, looks like he does. Yeah, it'll be a first down for the Panthers. Chain crew a little bit slow on moving there with 6:40 now to go in the second quarter. 14-7. The Devils leading over the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. Whitman-Hanson putting together what is right now their most consistent drive. Pimentel, the snap and the handoff. Going up the middle. That'll be close to the first down. Ball carrier 23. Jim Rigo. Arrigo. Is second and a long 2 for the Panthers. Just under 6 minutes to go. Pimentel comes to the line, will send the line down, split backs behind him, receivers off to the far side. Pimentel, the snap and the handoff to 40. 40 is Tony Generous. Generous will have the first down for the Panthers. Nice move, nice ball movement there. And the Panthers will have that first down. Now 5:30 to go. 14-7, the Blue Devils lead on BDSN's Friday Night Football. I'm Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue Devils, joined on board by Rich the Eyes Levy. Again, we'll get the rest of our thank yous in the second half. Pimentel under center looking to break into Blue Devils territory. Man goes in motion to the far side. Devils ease the jump. Here's the handoff. 30 is Ryan Griffin, and he'll be knocked down on the near side. It's Jim Malone with the tackle finally, driving him out of bounds. It's a nice run. Another great set of blocks. He picked up his blocks well, took off to the far side. Again, that's Ryan Griffin with a nice run. Whitman-Hanson with the run there. And they will grab the first down. Now into Devils territory at the 16-yard line. Pimentel under center on the split back. Handoff goes to the center. I believe that was Griffin again. Yeah, it seems that it was. Comes up from the bottom of the pack. 4:40 to go, second quarter. Panthers are driving. They trail by 7 points. Devils defense having the ball moved on them a little bit more successfully than we've seen in the past couple of weeks. Teams have not had a lot of success against the Devils defense in many aspects, running game being one of them. Panthers seem to be chipping away here using the same strategy, turned around back on us. Here's Pimentel on the near hash, split backs behind him, snap, and he will hand off. Man goes up the center. It's Rigo on the run. Jim Rigo. Now under 4 minutes. At the half, again, we will take a break here on Friday Night Football and come back with second half action in what is really a blink of an eye. 3rd down and 8. That high-paced action the Devils were working in the first quarter has really been slowed down. Panthers have started to eat up clock time on this drive. Again, moving the ball very well against Devils defense, which has been really tough in the last couple of weeks. Here's the snap. Pimentel back pass over the middle. Tipped. Incomplete. Joe Henry looks to have gotten a hand on it. Henry with slide step to the right may have picked that one off. Be a 4th down and 8 for the Panthers. This will be an interesting one to see again. Let's see what they elect to do. Obviously not in a range where you can punt the ball. Now, we don't know much about their field goal kicker and how successful he is with kicking the extra points. Or what his range is. It appears Pimentel calling out a play, so it looks like they will go for it. Panthers will go on 4th down. Devils defense looking for a big block. This will once again be a big momentum shift if they can block it up. Here we go. Pimentel under center. Everybody's rushing at him. Back to pass. He's trapped. He's hit after the throw. Throws incomplete. And the Devils will take over for their 5th drive of the day. There's the defensive stop we needed. Flush Pimentel out of the pocket. No protection. 2 men on top of him. I believe Pat Moran was one of them. Throws the ball up. A prayer. The guy was in the end zone. If he caught it, he would have had a touchdown. Hits off the tips of his fingers, and incomplete it goes, and the Devils will pick up their 5th possession of the first half. Timeout situation. The Panthers have 2 full, 2 22nd. Devils have their 3 full and 2 22nd that they are allotted. Here we go. Devils picking up the ball at their own 14. Here's Malone. The snap. Fakes the handoff. Going to the far side. Tries the pitch. Malone basically takes the ball rolling in stride. Picks it up, gets a few extra yards on what should be a mistake. If the defense had rushed it properly, they probably would have forced the Devils to suffer on that one. Once again, though, Malone picks it up and takes it out of bounds. And the Devils get 3 to 4 yards on the play. We'll make it 4. Say a 2nd down and 6. Joe Henry in with the play. He'll break his huddle, sending Reed to the line. I form behind him. It's Jose Navarro and Keith LeQueer to the near side. Snap and a handoff to Algarin. Will take it up the center. He'll be knocked at the line. May have gotten a couple there. We'll give him 2 more, so we'll say 4th down. Excuse me, 3rd down and about 3. Board was quicker than I thought, I guess. 2nd down. Excuse me, 3rd down and 3, 2:07 now to go. Devils lead at 14 to 7. I do know that much. And they've got the ball out at their own 20. Malone on the far hash. I form behind him. The snap and the hand to Sanchez. Sanchez is whacked as the protection breaks down in front of him. And he'll bite the dust. No gain. We're going to get a timeout here. And okay, the board is unofficial. We are at exactly 2 minutes. As that is what we just heard from official Tom McCarthy going to each sideline telling him the board is not official. We are at 2 minutes. 4th down and 5. Sanchez is back to punt for the Devils. He will be punting about his own 5. Snap, nice snap, and the kick is away. Spirals to the inside, be picked up and around around the Devil 48. Now back in his own territory. And it'll be Griffin suffering from this block, goes down. Panthers pick up their 5th possession now of the first half. 1st and 10, Devil 43. St. John's 10, Fitchburg 6. That is at the half. An update courtesy of WEIM through our relay man, NPA announcer Doyle Field, Dick Tucker. Pimentel back to pass, throw over the middle, tipped, incomplete. Even if the pass was completed, Loisel and Moran were there. Receiver wouldn't have had much of a chance to go anywhere. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. Ball in the near hash, split backs behind Pimentel, receivers to the near and far sides. Line goes down, here's a snap, Pimentel back to pass, does make that last minute handoff. Devils bit for the pass play, and into the end zone, Whitman Hanson will go. Running back is 40, Tony Generous. Pimentel made like he was going back to pass, the Devils fall into pass protection. He hands the ball off to Generous last second, who goes right up the naturally formed hole. And into the end zone he goes. It's 14-13 Blue Devils with 1:23 to go in the first half. 33 will attempt the extra point. That's Steve Capellini. It's a straight-on kicker. Snap, ball down. Kick is no good. We'll take a timeout here. The Blue Devils lead it 14-13 with 1:23 to go in the first half. You're watching BDSN's Friday Night Football. Joining you with 1:23 to go in the first half. 14-13, Devils lead it. Doing the kicking for Whitman Hanson will be 44, Ryan Castleton. It's a skipper. It'll roll it up. It'll hit Sanchez, and Henry will take it. Gets the first block. Cuts back going the other way and will be wrapped up and knocked down. Well, Devils will start around their own 20-yard line. Make it 21. It's their 6th possession of the first half. They have all their timeouts remaining. Whitman Hanson has 2 full, 2:22. In with the play for the Blue Devils will be Jim Malone. His rotating quarterbacks has been working so far and continues to work in this game. Malone breaks his huddle and comes to the line. Ball in the center of the field. I form behind him. Dane Williams to the near. Keith LeQueer to the far side. Malone under center. Snap in the hand to Algarin. Fakes the hand to Algarin. And off goes Malone. Malone's got a shot at midfield. If he can hurry, he's got a block. He's got midfield. Down the far sideline he goes. It'll be wrapped up. Pulled out of bounds around the Whitman Hanson 44-yard line. Nice play by Malone. Selling his fake well there. Getting Whitman Hanson a bite for it and goes to the far side. Devils will have 1st and 10. 1:01 to go in the first half. The Devils may be content with, they'll take a shot at the end zone. If they don't get it within 2 downs, they may be content with just killing the clock and going into the locker room with the 14-13 lead. Game has been flying. Split backs behind Henry. Receivers to the near side. Navarro and Curry. That's Williams and Curry. Down over the middle. Looking for Williams. Complete. First down. Williams going. He's got a shot at the end zone. Will be wrapped up inside the 5-yard line of the Panthers. Nice throw and catch. That's Dane Williams making what I believe is his first reception. Timeout. Blue Devils. They'll take a full timeout here, and so won't we. Big pass. Henry finds Williams. It's a full timeout, and we'll take a timeout here on BDSN's Friday Night Football. From Doyle Field score 14-13 Blue Devils coming back from a big pass play. Henry to Dane Williams. He's wrapped up out of bounds. It's the 1st and goal at the Whitman Hanson 4-yard line. Ball close to the near hash. And 3 backs there. Now Williams goes in motion to the far side. Malone snaps, punches it forward, and he's short of the end zone. Right around the 1-yard line. We'll get another timeout here. And the Blue Devils have taken the timeout. It's a 20-second timeout. At the half, we will take a timeout. We come right back. 42 seconds to go. 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Joe Henry will come in with the play. And clock will run here. That was a 20-second timeout taken by the Blue Devils. Second and goal at the 1. Man goes in motion. Williams to the far side. Henry snaps. Fakes handoff to O'Garen. He'll tuck in, run, and be wrapped up, and he should be now outside the 5-yard line. Probably not the best defensive move, making a move to the outside. Devils should have continued to go with what worked, which is pounding it up the middle. Another 20-second timeout taken by the Blue Devils. .36 seconds now to go in the second quarter. Sometime in the second half, we're going to try to grab a look at the Devils' 2000 cheerleading squad, as well as the band at one point or another. We will have them in a halftime show coming up later on in the season. We only have 2 home games remaining, as this would be our 3rd home game. We now have 2 more to go, as you have 5 and 5. Man goes in motion. Coming to the near side is Williams. Malone, snap, pass, over, complete to Williams, and he'll trot it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Somewhere this week, the Devils in practice found a passing game, something you very rarely see in high school football, where the Devils have only used for big 45-yard passes, 60-yard passes, and the Devils will take this one into the end zone with our shortest one of the year. All of 3 yards. Into the end zone we go. And the Devils lead 20-13, 30 seconds to go. Ball down, kick up, and good. And make that 21-13 here on BDSN's Friday Night Football. We'll take a timeout and come right back. Well, we've got to learn one of 2 things. Communications between the board and the broadcast journalist may be a good idea. Seeing 1 minute we're talking, the next minute we're back on air, but, you know, it works. It's called working under pressure. 30 seconds to go in the first half. 21-13, Blue Devils leading over the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. Next Saturday, we'll travel down to Holy Name. We'll get more on that in the second half. Malone will run the skipper up 2 and will roll out of bounds. Flag down on the play. Should be illegal. It should be procedure against the Blue Devils. We'll wait on Tom McCarthy's call. And here we go. Procedure against the Blue Devils.
They're going to kick it again. All right, Gussie, we're going to back him up 5. You got the call.
All right. It is against the Blue Devils. It's procedure. They're going to take a re-kick out of the Panthers. They'll back it up 5 yards and kick it all over again. Here we go for the re-kick. Hey, you know, you got to come up with a reason as to why Whitman-Hanson isn't responding here and can't move the ball. Now, it's a 2-hour bus ride from Whitman-Hanson to Leominster. Now, some would say, well, maybe they just didn't mentally prepare, as you can't mentally prepare for a game the same way you would as if you're at your home locker room. Nonetheless, the kick is away. Malone going downfield this time. Man will break free. That's Ryan Griffin again. He's had some big runs today against the Blue Devils, and they just can't seem to find him. Every time the Devils think they got him, he disappears magically. I think we've got a couple of running backs seem to operate in the same manner. It'll run off about 6 seconds. It's 22.5. This is the 6th possession for the Panthers in the half. Here we go. Pimentel under center will snap and go back to pass. Now hands off. Man will be wrapped up. 45 is Jim Giadoni with the tackle. Timeout. 20-second timeout taken by the Panthers. Just enough time to get out for a play and get maybe a fresh on the field. 14 seconds now to go. Well, we should be getting an update from WEIM and Dick Tucker in just one moment on the score from Fitchburg and St. John's. When last we checked, it was 10-6. St. John's leading Fitchburg. Fitchburg ranked number 1 in the TNG top 10. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the next week. Here's Pimentel back to pass. Guns it over the middle, complete. Henry's got a beat on him. Oh, it's a car crash out there. Going to get a timeout. Yikes. That's one of them plays you can feel up here. Mike Barrett and Joe Henry will converge. 20-second timeout for Whitman Hanson. So 5.7 seconds is showing unofficially. And coming up after tonight's broadcast here, we will have obviously a replay, but pre to us was LHS Out of the Blue. Sports Report, you saw the highlights from week 1. Out of the Blues will be appearing more frequently. Stay tuned, LPS 36 for that. Pimentel back to pass, pump fake, throws it up. Loisel up, and he's whacked. Should be a flag down, incomplete. Referee ruling incidental contact. And I think with the clock running out, we're just going to take the half. No, not worth throwing a flag, seeing on the offense. Half would end anyway. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back on BDSN's Friday Night Football with the second half of action. Back for second half of action. At the moment, the Devils lead 21-13. It's a long run from the concession stand and back up here. Woo. The Devils will kick off to start the second half. This drive will be the real test of the Panthers. It would be my general theory, actually, that if they don't get things going right away, it is not going to be much of a second half. And here we go. Maldonado's kick is away, going to the far side. Picked up by the Panthers, and here we go. Backed up the middle. He's wrapped up by Bobby LeBlanc. Here we go. First possession for the Panthers in the second half. Pimentel under center, split backs, receiver to the far side. Man now coming in motion, will come to the near. Snap. Handoff goes up the middle. It'll be about a 5-yard gain for the Panthers. .33, I believe, on the return. On the run, rather. Steve Capellini. Second down and 6. They're going to mark him with 4. Experiencing a little technical difficulty here with my mic. There we go. Split backs behind Pimentel. Receiver near side. He snaps and it will hand off. Fumble, and it's kicked. Punted, still going. Booted, and the Devils recover the ball. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Panthers look like they're going to get something going. Cough the ball up, and the Devils will take over and get their first possession. Fumble created by Devils. The Devils' defensive penetration. They get in there, they knock the ball, they push it downfield. Finally, the Devils able to come up with control of the ball. And here we go. Joe Henry will take the first snap from scrimmage here in the second half. They picked up the ball at the Panther 34-yard line. I form behind Henry, receives to the near and far side. Under center, the snap. He'll fake the handoff. It's going to be a quick pass. Henry will be flushed out of the pocket. He'll tuck and run. No blocks out in front of him. Gang down and running out of the way. He'll be short of the first down, probably about 8. Nice move by Joe Henry, getting flush. No blocks upfield. Still decides to tuck and run. Nice move. Second down and about 8. Correction, 8-yard gain, second down at about 2. Gotta start reading the scoreboard for what it says. Malone under center, I form behind him, receivers to the near and far side. Curry is on the near side, that's Maldonado down the far side. Snap and handoff to Eddie Sanchez. Sanchez moves it forward. Should have it. And yes, he does. First down, Blue Devils. Now 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball down on the Panther 21-yard line. Henry breaks his huddle. Sends Laqueer to the near side, Maldonado to the far side. Backs are in the eye behind him. Snap, he fakes the handoff. It's the quick drop over the middle, complete to Booth. And he's got the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. That's Henry to Booth for the second time tonight. That short pass and into the end zone. That's a great play. Keep it on the books. Devils jump up 27-13. Garrett Donatelli on to attempt the extra point. Malone will hold. Donatelli is 3 for 3. Low snap, ball down, kick up and no good. He'll push it just to the left. 27-13 with 8:45 to go in the third quarter on what is a, let's see, need a good synonym here, frosty night here at Doyle Field. The beautiful and ever spacious Doyle Field. You're watching BDSN's Friday Night Football on LPS 36, our official carrier. Now, ladies and gentlemen, out of the blue, appeared here on the LPS 36 channel, or television station here in the beautiful city of Leominster, featuring anchors Keith Laqueer and Seth Snowmishan, both who are on the football team, both having standout games tonight, although not directly involved as far as the big plays have been going. Have been helping out blocking-wise, both playing a good game, as the entire team really having a great game. And here's Malone's kick. Line drive, end over end, comes to the center of the field. The pack will bunch up. Man will emerge. And will be wrapped up. Jim Loisel with the tackle for the Blue Devils. Fumble, loose ball. Pat Moran waving that the Devils have it. Although, then again, they're saying they've got it. Devils football. They recover the ball. Nice play by the Blue Devils. Going to the bottom of the pack and digging it out. That's a great play. The Devils recover the kickoff. And they've got the ball. That's great. Great defensive penetration and good defensive prowess to dig for the ball as you're taking the man down. And a nice recovery for the Blue Devils. Here is their second possession coming right at you from their own 47-yard line. The pack for the Panthers formed as the man came out. Loisel comes in, whaps him one, ball squirts loose, and the Devils fall on top of it. So with 8:35 to go in the third quarter, the Devils have got the ball back as they lead 27-13. Here's Malone from our own 37. Snapping a hand to Sanchez. Sanchez will push it up the gut, should have about 4. Second down and about 7. Devils have moved the ball to midfield. Here comes Henry in with the play. Devils, great game. They've really kept the crowd in it for most of the game. That was, first of all, picking up the first fumble in that first stack, taking into the end zone, brings the crowd back into it after that halftime lull. Now you pick up another fumble and the crowd right back in it at full speed. The jump That'll kill the play. Flags are down. It'll be interesting to see who it's on, as I believe the Panthers crossed in. Could be a possible encroachment. Then again, you had some Devils offensive line movement, and you could have a false. We'll see what we've got here. A lot of discussion down there. And let's go to Tom McCarthy for the final ruling.
Walk away.
Illegal procedure against Leominster.
And it'll be a false start against the Blue Devils. Devils getting warned not to argue and just turn it down and walk away. Smart move there. So 5 yards, moves it back. 2nd down and 12. McQueer comes to the line, I form behind Malone. Malone will snap and fumble the ball. Nice move, though, to fall right down on top of it. That's how to keep your presence of mind in there. It will take the loss, but obviously it was going to be a loss, but it's better than losing the football. So the Devils right now experiencing quite a few offensive problems, a few miscues. On 3rd down and 14 with 7:05 to go in the 3rd quarter, Devils are going to see if they can't salvage this drive and pick up on the second of 2 mistakes already here in the second half made by the Panthers. I form behind Henry, receiver to the near and far side. Snap, the pitch out, Eddie Sanchez. Sanchez has got some blocks forming in front of him. He'll pick them up and push it. He should have this down to about 3 yards to go. Yeah, a little bit short of that. Marking it about 5. So making a 4th down and 5. Devils were in a position where they could punt, and probably would. I think that a could, would, and should. Sanchez back to punt. Snap, and the kick is away. Another nice spiral. Will take a Blue Devil bounce and go out of bounds. Right around the 13-yard line of the Panthers. They'll pick up their 2nd possession there. Now it's the Panthers' turn to see if they can get something going. Quite fortunate there. The Devils do not make them pay for a 2nd mistake. So we'll see what happens here. Devils defensive line shifts. Man comes in motion on the far side, coming to the near. Pimentel with the snap and the handoff. Man breaks into open territory. Let's see what they gained here. It's going to be 2nd down and about maybe a long one, probably 2. Just under 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Split backs behind Pimentel, offset near side. Line shift, snap, and this will kill the play. Should be a false start. We'll wait on the call. Here comes Tom McCarthy.
Dead ball. Procedure.
False start against the Panthers. That'll be 5 yards. 2nd down and 7 from their own 14-yard line. Lose a lot of their gain on that play. Those are the type of mistakes that cost you in the long run, even though it is only a 5-yard loss. After 5-yard losses start to total up, that becomes 15, 20, 25 yards. And they add up quick. Pimentel under center, backs on a wide split. Receiver going to the far side. There's the Snap. Handoff man comes to the center of the field, will be mugged. Ryan Armstrong with the run. It's first down for the Panthers, tackled by Joe Henry. Henry checking out his arm, a little bit upset there. The Devils allow a gain like that. First down and 10, Whitman Hanson, their own 30-yard line. Ball at the far hash, 4.5 minutes to go. Whitman Hanson trails 27-13. Split backs behind Pimentel, line down, receiver to the far side. Back to pass on the quick set. Throw it over the middle, tipped, incomplete. Number 30 for the Blue Devils is Adam Meza. Meza coming up with the tip. Second down and 10. Panthers, their own 34-yard line. Pimentel split behind him, receiver to the far side. Snap, may have been a quick jump on the line there. Wrapped up and taken down. I believe that was Pat Moran with the tackle. Yes, it is. Nice wrap tackle there behind the line. Short loss on the play. Some words exchanged there as Moran gets up. Third down and about 11. All right, here we go. Pimentel will come to the line on the far side. Send the receiver to the near and far. Split backs. Pimentel snap, short drop. He'll have to scramble. Actually, he hands. That's a nice fake. Had me believing it from about 30, 40 yards away. Ryan Griffin with the run, even though we all lost sight of him at that point. Griffin will go back to punt on 4th and 4. Snap, fumbled the snap. Booth misses the block. And the kick will get away. Henry will take it off the chest, pick it up on the bounce, be mugged by about 7 guys. Again, the presence of mind and a nice play. Henry keeps the ball and punches it forward. A nice move by Griffin to get away from Booth, who was all over him like a cheap suit. Still gets the kick away. That's a nice play. .235 to go in the third quarter. And the Devils will take over for their third possession of the second half. Malone will get the first snap. I-form, Kevin LeQuire is the halfback now. Snap, back to pass, and a hand to LeQuire. He will have about 3 yards there. All right, make it 2. Second down and about 8. At the end of the third quarter at Crocker Field, 20-10. Fitchburg over St. John's. Some blood showing or something on one of the Whitman Hanson players. Has to get that covered up. Wouldn't be a smart move to put it on your jersey. Have to athletic tape it. They want him right back into the play here. Split backs behind Malone on the near side. He is Curry and Navarro. Snap. The hand will go to LeQueer. Everybody pounded it forward. Get it down to about 3rd down and 3. And now passing the minute 10 mark. Ball on the far side. Henry under center with the arm behind him. Receivers to the near and far side. Quick jump back onside goes Whitman Hansen. The hand goes to Algarin. Algarin will pound, drag about 3 players with him. It'll go for what looks like the first down. And is a first down for the Blue Devils. On the clock to wind it up here.
You went to St. Peter's, right?
Under a minute to go down in the 3rd quarter. 27-13. Blue Devils over the Panthers. Here's Malone under center. The snap and the jet pitch comes to LeQueer. LeQueer's got it. He'll cut back and is met by about 3 guys. They're trying to punch him forward. He should have about an 8-yard gain on the play. Nice play. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, Blue Devils 27, Whitman Hansen Panthers 13. We'll take a quick timeout here on BDSN, the Blue Devils Sports Network, and come right back with the 4th and final quarter of play. Don't you dare go away. At the beginning of the 4th quarter, 27-13. Blue Devils over the Whitman Hansen Panthers. Traveled 2 hours for what has been a dismal evening. It's about 35 degrees outside, and you're down by quite a bit. It's not really a good night for you. Henry snaps and collides with his man. He'll chuck the ball up. Loose ball. Everyone's pointing that they got it. Whitman Hansen's got the football.
It's over.
Yes, Whitman Hansen marked with the ball. Joe Henry at the last second tries to pitch it out to LeQueer. LeQueer really not ready for it, as he's assuming that Henry's just going to go down with the football. It's all right. Henry made a decision, and it's not really a very costly one, seeing the Devils' position, even though we are still in what is not like a game that's all said and done. But the way the Devils' defense have been playing, which has been quite well, it shouldn't be a problem. A snap on the handoff. 40 is Tony Generous for the Panthers. He'll get the ball out to midfield. 2nd down at about 6. .15 now to go in the 4th quarter. Split backs will come out behind Pimentel. They'll go under center. Receiver is off the line to the near side. Handoff takes the man straight up the middle. He's wrapped up. He's got the first down. Jack Reed and Jim Loisel contribute on the tackle. 23, it looked like Jim Rigo with the run. First down, Whitman Hansen. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday nights here in the city of Leominster at 7 and 8 o'clock on Cablevision Channel 29, one of our other affiliates here in the city, you can see Statewide's Optimum Sports, recap of the high school highlights from across the state in all Cablevision districts. Ball over the middle, complete. Pimentel to 88. John Conover. First down, Whitman Hansen And they're probably the closest Blue Devil red zone they've been all night long. First and 10, Whitman Hanson at the Devil 14. Snap, the pitch comes out to the near side, man breaks free, tripped up. Defensive play made by Malone, nice play there. 30-ish Ryan Griffith had a shot at the end zone, couldn't convert. Yeah, second down and about 1. .8:40 to go. Fourth quarter, Hanson comes out of their huddle. Pimentel, split backs behind him in close radius. Receiver to the near side. Here's the snap. Fakes the pitch, does give it up finally, and the man is whacked. Jim Giannone and Pat Moran combining for the tackle there for the Blue Devils. Nice play. Third down and about 1.5 if you want to get technical. Break the huddle, split backs now, widening the gap there. Pimentel under center, everybody and their mother's coming. Moran will jump, get back on sides. Man is whacked as he comes to the line. And he will get the first down. So first down and goal, Panthers. You're at the Devil 2-yard line. Whitman Hanson taking their time coming out of huddles here. Want to get these plays right. I form behind Pimentel. Snap, the handoff. Packed forms, Blue Devils. Push him back. Way back. And they'll give him his forward progress. Steve Capolini, the back. They give him about a half a step in, so we'll call it second and goal at the 1.5. After the game, we'll have Coach Dubs in a post-game interview in the Friday Night Football post-game show. Here we go, Pimentel under center, snap, the hand, it pushes up the gut. We're waiting on a signal. There it is, touchdown, Panthers. And it's 27-19. Steve Capolini is on for the attempt. Separate huddle there for the line. It's a kind of a new way of doing things, but we've seen a lot of new things this evening. Here we go. Ball down, kick up, and with authority, it's good. 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter, 27-20. Blue Devils over Whitman Hanson. We're going to take a timeout. Come right back on BDSN, the Blue Devils Sports Network. 6:40 to go. His kick will skip to 22. That's Jose Navarro. Navarro comes to the middle of the pack. He squirts through and is wrapped up. Right on the Devil 35-yard line is where they should begin. Devils will have it just in front of their 35, not quite 36. .6:30 to go. Snap. Malone will hand to Sanchez. Sanchez up the middle. He should have the first down. It may be a spot deal. Right now with the referee's mark, they should have achieved the change. On the mark, ref Tom McCarthy will get a look at it. First down, Blue Devils. Just making sure you get everything right. Everything quite official. With 6:15 to go, we start warming up the old post-game set, rather. For the post-game show, we'll have Coach Dubs in for a quick word, quick wrap of the game, and we'll send you off to bed. They're on BDSN's Friday Night Football. Henry, the snap and the handoff. Man up the middle is Sanchez. Should have about 4 on the play. Devils' big key here in their fourth possession should be basically run the clock down. Time management. .5:30 to go. I form behind Malone, Curry, and Williams to the nearest side. Malone, snap and hands to O'Garin. O'Garin finds some running room. Stumbling and rumbling for the first down, Blue Devils.
First down, Leominster. Alex Algary. He'll be coming to the first down for the Boston.
First and 10, Blue Devils. Witten Hansen, 37. Whistles, flags, everything under the sun is flying all over the place. We'll have a penalty here coming up from Tom McCarthy.
Procedure.
Procedure against the Blue Devils. 5 yards and a repeat of first down, first and 15. First down and 15, 4:40 to go. It's a 7-point ball game, 27-20 in the fourth quarter. Ball in the Panther 42. Split backs are going to come up behind Malone. 2 receivers to the near side. Snap and the handoff goes to Sanchez. Sanchez will be wrapped up by his feet. Shouldn't achieve any more than maybe halfway back. Now, unofficially 4 minutes to go. We're expecting an update from WEIM and Dick Tucker in just a moment on the Fitchburg-St. John's game. Last check was 2010 Fitchburg over St. John's. And we should be hearing any second on that. I form behind Henry. Jet pitch comes to the near side. Sanchez is wrapped up. 3 men will drive back, way back. Sanchez does a nice job of holding on to it. Let's see what the mark is. You've got to give him his forward progress, remember? And that doesn't carry him back any, or much farther. I shouldn't say any farther. Not much farther. Make it about 7 yards in addition. So third down and, well, you want to be technical, 1.5 miles. It's third down and 20. 3:10 now to go in the fourth quarter. Winding it down here. Devils' real concern should be clock management. They should push for this first down in a big way. Try to run the last 3 minutes out and not have to go to the defense. Here's Malone with the I form. Snaps. Here's the pitch to Sanchez. It's a halfback pass. Downfield. Williams got it. He's up. Tip. Complete! First down, Blue Devils, what a catch! Dane Williams from Eddie Sanchez on the halfback pass. Where did that come from? What a catch, nice play. Williams going up looking for it, great catch. Oh my. 2:30 now to go. Wow. And 20-second timeout. Make it full timeout, Whitman Hanson. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout here on BDSN's Blue Devil Sports Network. We'll come right back. More Friday Night Football to come when we return. The voice of the Blue Devils still recovering here. They put me on the old 2 from that catch. Sanchez to Dane Williams. Now, come on. We haven't seen a halfback pass all year, let alone have we seen many passes this year. What, 5, 6 tops? What a pass and catch play. I'm amazed. That was a great play. Henry to Algarin with the handoff, taking it up the middle. Should be about 4 yards, make it a 2nd and 6. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Right about now. Referee electing it to run. We've passed 2 minutes on the unofficial board clock. I'd be interested to see where the official clock has it. Nonetheless, the Devils on 2nd down. The snap in the hand. Sanchez got a hole. He had a hole about as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it closed up quick enough that he comes up short of the end zone. Offensive blocking schemes have worked very well for the Devils. We've got an official's timeout. And this will be the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. So we were at 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. I form behind Henry. Snap. Handoff to Algarin. Pounds it forward. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a play. What a drive for the Blue Devils. And let the mass exodus begin. The 2-hour drive should be a quiet one. Back to Whitman Hanson. Devils lead it 33-20. Algarin with the touchdown. Malone will hold. Snap, ball down, kick up and into the pack it goes. It's blocked. And that'll be killed. So Donatelli's still one of the more consistent kickers, actually the most consistent kicker for the Blue Devils. 33-20, the Blue Devils lead with 1:36 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to take what will be our last time up before the end of the game. Come right back on BDSN's Friday Night Football. 36 to go in the 4th quarter. The mass exodus really turned into about 6 people, but that's about it. Here's the kick. We'll roll to the return man. Return man is 30. That's Ryan Griffin. Will be whapped by 83 for the Blue Devils. 83 is Kyle Mimna. Clock stopped with unofficially 1:30 to go. We're waiting on a final update from Fitchburg and St. John's. 1st and 10, Whitman Hanson, their own 37-yard line. 1:30 to go, 4th quarter, unofficially. I believe it's about a 15-second separation, so we'll call it about a minute and 45. Snap. Pimentel looking downfield, snaps it off on the run, complete. And the man will go out of bounds at about midfield, just over it. Call it the double 49-yard line. Have a first down and stop the clock. Devils 49 is where the ball is located. First and 10, Whitman Hanson. They're going to go to about the 40 of the Blue Devils. All right, make it 41. Snap. Pimentel looking downfield. They'll be rushed by Booth. Over the middle, tipped, incomplete. 15, Mike Barrett gets in there for the Devils. 10 for Ryan Griffith. Getting down around the minute mark. Clock stopped unofficially with a minute and 17. Split back. Pimentel, receivers to the near and far side. Snap, handoff. Devils figured it out. There's the defensive stop they needed. 30, that looked like Adam Meza. And 32, Eddie Sanchez. Yeah, that's who it was. Going to get a 20-second timeout, it looks like, for Whitman Hanson. I would leave him 2 full and 1 22nd to remain. Devils have them all. And you will not see any of them. All right. Experiencing some technical difficulties. Hardwell, you're still on the air here to be prepping for what is next. Post-game show featuring Coach Dubs in an interview. We'll have him here. Of course, theorizing that it's awfully cold out here. Starting to get to the equipment. Here's Pimentel back to pass. He is mauled by Adam Meza. The ball is loose. Oh, man. And the Devils have got the football. Pat Moran picks it up. First down, Blue Devils. And we're going the other way. Adam Meza mugged the man. That must be illegal. Ouch. And we're going to get a timeout. Blue Devils. That's full timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come right back here on PDSN, the Blue Devils Sports Network. This is the voice of the Blue Devils, joined by Rich the Eyes Levy. Unofficially, a minute to go. Make it a minute and 15. We're going to pause for a quick second. Always going to take a time out there to make your station plug. Unofficially a minute. We'll call it a minute and 18. I believe the clock may have caught up, but we're going to assume at the last point we knew was about a 15-second gap. Malone under center. Snaps. He pushes the pack forward. It's positive yardage, and it runs the clock. Whitman Hanson calling for the timeout. And they'll take the timeout. 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout. And welcome back, everyone. Experiencing some technical difficulties all around. Problems. I've got about a list of problems about a mile wide. Monday morning is always an exciting day at BDSN. That's what I like to call problem sifting day. Here's Malone with the snap. He'll tuck his head forward. Actually, that may have been Henry now with the tuck and run. And they'll get another 2, so make it a 3rd down and 4. About 3. Fitchburg, we get a final. Fitchburg 20, St. John 17. So Fitchburg will remain undefeated, and that is at 4-0. They will probably retain their top spot in the top of the Telegram and Gazette poll. It's a full timeout taken by Whitman Hanson. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back on BDSN, the Blue Devils Sports Network. Joined on board by Rich the Eyes Levy. About a minute to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 3, Blue Devils. They will just continue to run the clock probably as much as they can. Maybe even go for it on 4th down, trying to retain possession. If I had to give a hint, look for the halfback pass. Just a guess. Seemed to work pretty well the last time. Snap, flags will fly. And that should be procedure against the Blue Devils. We'll hear from McCarthy.
Legal procedure, Leominster.
And that's what it is, a legal procedure against the Blue Devils. Offensive line had a little trouble there with the snap count. All right, go. Henry under center, snap. Hand to Elgarin. Pounds it up the middle, and here comes the pack back. And we're going to whistle and a timeout. Whitman Hanson. Unofficially 39-7 to go. Call it about 45 seconds. It's a full timeout, and that is the last timeout for Whitman Hanson. The Blue Devils will have free run of the clock at this point. 4th down and 4 coming up. You know, I'll be interested to see what the Devils do. Not too far away. It may be fun to see what Garrett Donatelli's actual range is for some fun. Otherwise, I think the Devils should go for the 1st down. What do they got to lose? Then again, you may look for the big run as opposed to what I would think and go with a pass. But then again, that's just because I enjoy seeing large gains on well-structured pass plays. I swear by the minute it gets colder and colder here at Doyle Field. Here we go. Devils lead it 33-20, 4th down and 4. This is where the decision has to be made about the Devils. They'll probably push for that big run to get the 1st down of 4 yards and then just run the clock and or turn it over to Whitman Hanson and play defense. Here's Malone. He'll tuck it and run it. He'll cut back, and he should have it. If he's got the 1st down, it's all over. Yes, he does. 1st down, Blue Devils. This should just about summarily end it. Call the, what should be final score, 33-20, Blue Devils. And they'll start pushing up the clock here. Again, the BDSN Friday Night Football postgame show. We'll have an interview with Coach Stubbs and a game recap coming up right after the game. Special thanks to referee Tom McCarthy for wearing a mic for us tonight. And wait, we got flags flying. We'll go to the ref. And never mind, we're going to have a small technical difficulty there. That'll push the ball back. Seven seconds showing on the clock. Devils take the delay game. That'll push them back and I believe stop the clock. Henry will kneel this one, and this should be the end of it. Snap it back. There's the kneel, and that'll do it. The final score, Blue Devils 33 and Whitman Hanson 20. Next week, Friday Night Football comes to you on a Saturday afternoon. Holy Name is where we'll be. That'll be a special presentation. We're going to take a timeout, come right back. Friday Night Football post-game show here on BDSN. When we come back.
And welcome back, everyone, to BDSN's Friday Night Football. I'm Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue Devils, joined now by Coach Tubbs. Coach, great game. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
It was a great high school football game. I thought both teams played very, very well. We got off to a great start, and they came right back and scored 2. I thought the turning point of the game was when we got the ball very late in the first half and way down about the 20-yard line, and we ended up throwing a nice pass, and Malone made a nice run, and we scored right before the half. And I thought that was really a pivotal thing going in at halftime. Then we had 2 big turnovers to start the third period, and we did a great job.
Absolutely. Now, we were talking about this on the way over. Where did that halfback pass come from in the fourth quarter?
Well, we've had that for a while, and Eddie Sanchez got a great arm. And we practice it all the time, and he did a great job. And to Whitman Hanson's credit, they had it very well defended, but both kids went up for the ball, and Dane Williams made a great catch off the deflection, and that was huge because at that point in time, it was still a 1-touchdown game, and, Whitman Hanson had such a great offensive team. Every time they touched the ball, I was afraid they were going to score.
Yeah. Now, Coach, you think after a win like this, now after they say your first 3 opponents, they've kind of been laughed off. Now, after a win versus an Eastern Conference team like Whitman Hanson, do you think we'll earn more respect now in the news? Well,
I don't know if we will or not, but we're very, very happy to be 4-0, and we think we've defeated a very, very good team today in Whitman Hanson. And, it's a tremendous confidence builder for our kids. And, going into Holy Name next week, the kids feel pretty good about themselves. So if we continue to work hard and keep getting a little bit better, who knows what can happen.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week at Holy Name. That'll do it for BDSN's Friday Night Football. For Richard the Eyes Levy, I'm Todd Robbins, the voice of the Blue Devils. So long, everybody.
Wow, those are some fantastic memories preserved in the archive of Leominster TV. Whether celebrating the thrill of victory or capturing the agony of defeat, all of us at Leominster TV have endeavored to embody this recent quote from NBC broadcasting legend Bob Costas, who said in his 2018 induction speech at the National Baseball Hall of Fame, quote, "While the game is the thing and the players are the stars, how those games are perceived and remembered is often shaped by those who chronicle them." That quote from Bob Costas sums up our mission over the last 19 years and will continue to chart our course long into the future. The awesome responsibility of chronicling Leominster athletics is a tremendous honor that all of us at Leominster TV are proud to be a part of. Thank you so much for joining us on this celebration, 20 games for 20 years. I'm Todd Robbins. On behalf of my producer, Kate Robbins, archivist Jack Selly, editor Bradley Bedard, and all of us in the Leominster TV family, until next time, so long, everybody.
Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, love me to get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble.